So we're going to set this golf ball up. We're going to try and set it up about putter length in front of the first tee, okay? And what we're going to try and determine is how far the path of the putter is traveling for the ball to travel a certain distance. So what we want to do is we want to have the same speed for every putt. Doesn't matter if we're putting to a 3-foot hole or a hole that's 40 feet away from us. We want the speed to stay consistent. We want to allow the length of the stroke to change how far the ball is traveling. So if I set up, all right, so I'm about a putter length away from that first tee. So if I make a stroke that goes just to that first tee and through, if I make that same length stroke, that ball should travel about this distance every time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get to a position that I can see where that putter's traveling to get me to that tee. So I feel like I probably have to get about halfway between those two tees to get my ball to travel to that tee. All right, and it broke, but distance-wise, pretty good speed. So what I want everybody to do is we're going to have two balls. I want you to set up here. So what happens is most people feel like the length is a little shorter than what it should be. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to start speeding up the follow through, and that's when we can't control distance. Right? So if we keep everything the same and we just get the ball rolling, it's a lot easier to judge distance just by how far we allow the putter to travel than it is to figure out how hard I'm hitting the ball, how much it's going to skip before it starts rolling, and then how far the ball will actually travel. So if we can get into a feeling, and again, I don't want you out there like robots trying to figure out, okay, it's rolling 10 feet, so I've got to go back to my back foot. But this just gets you a feeling of what that putter should be doing, and then we can get to where we have a consistent speed, and then we can judge, exactly how far that putter needs to travel for the ball to go a certain length. But that's a really good drill to give you an idea of how to judge distance. What it should look like is stay pretty low, and then once it gets on the green, it's going to roll out like a putt would. Now, how you were saying that you normally hit, say, a 9-iron or a 7-iron.
So I know I run it that way.
Yep, so exactly. So what's going to happen is the ball is going to carry the same distance. The amount that it rolls on the green is just going to increase. All right, so if I'm hitting a shot at this first bend, if I hit a 7-iron, I have to land it either in the rough or the ball is going to go too long. So that's when I might want to grab like a 9-iron or a pitching wedge, because then I can land it in the same spot. The ball is not going to travel quite as far. All right.